pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of 19-5A Basketball live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Pipp, Nathan Height to my left, operating cameras tonight. For those of you on the live stream, this, of course, not on video tonight due to bandwidth limitations here at Elgin, Texas, but we will upload the two-camera angle high-definition video after this one over. Friends, a heartbreaking loss just a few days ago on Wednesday. That game should have been played on Thursday, but due to icy conditions, well, not ice, but it was ice. We'll call it ice because they did close down the schools. Georgetown, unfortunately, losing a heartbreaker to Hutto just last week. Let's talk about this one really quick before we get started. About 30 seconds before we tip off here, Georgetown 5-15, 3-6 in 19-5A. The Elgin Wildcats tonight. They've had a pretty good run this year here in 19-5A. And Elgin tonight, entering into this contest, also desperate for a win here. They have got to keep their hopes alive as too. Elgin 8-9 overall. They're 5-4 here in 19-5A, coached by John Morgan. Elgin, of course, their colors purple and white. Georgetown, coached by Coach Canfield. Again, we talked about it last week, man. It was tough for the Georgetown Eagles on Wednesday. I said last Wednesday. The last game for Georgetown, just a tough one there. That game at home on Wednesday, a loss, 48-46 for Georgetown. They led by 10 points with 6 minutes to go in that fourth period, but turnovers costly for Georgetown as their shooting decreased and things just were not going their way in the final moments. That was a desperation game. Georgetown really needed that win. They couldn't secure it, but the good news is their playoff hopes are still alive. Georgetown, of course, making the playoffs every year since 2007. It's going to be a tough road uphill, though, for the Georgetown Eagles as they are 3 games behind 500 at 3-6. Georgetown's next game will be at home versus Bastrop. And then looking at the remainder of the season for the Eagles, they'll play Eastview in that doubleheader. We'll have that one on SHN Sports. Rouse, Cedar Park, Cedar Creek, and Connolly. So those next games, Bastrop, Eastview in the doubleheader, Rouse, Cedar Park, Cedar Creek, and Connolly. So several of those games very winnable for the Georgetown Eagles. But tonight they have really got to get the victory here in Elgin, Texas. For Elgin, their previous game versus Cedar Creek back on the 16th, that was a win, 61-48. And for Elgin, their next home game will be versus Connolly. They did lose to Connolly earlier in the season back on December the 12th, a 66-29 just blowout there. And Connolly, though, has been just a tough team here in 19-5A. Looking at that, Rouse, though, leading the pack in district play at 9-0. They're going to win district title, no doubt about it, at 9-0, followed behind them at 5-1 at Pflugerville Connolly, then Cedar Park at 7-2, Hutto at 6-3, Elgin at 5-4, and then Georgetown holding that 6th spot at 3-6, followed by Eastview at 2-6, 1-7 for Bastrop, and unfortunately for Cedar Creek, not able to find any life here so far this season. They're 0-9 in district play. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, PA announcements and the national anthem. We'll be right back. This is SHN Sports.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone. Hey friends, Rob Pipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Elgin, Texas, here for the Georgetown Eagles versus the Elgin Wildcats here in 19-5A district action. I'm Rob Pipp, Nathan Height on camera 1, for us, David England on camera 2, but of course those on the live stream right now, audio only, as the bandwidth is limited. Well, we talked about it earlier, a must-win situation for Georgetown. Theoretically, if they lose, they could still have some life here in 19-5A, but let's just talk realistically. The odds are already against our Georgetown Eagles tonight. A victory would help out tremendously, and with games against some other teams in the district, including Cedar Creek, Bastrop, and also against Eastview. Georgetown, some very winnable and capable games. The team is starting to gel together, though, after Billy Stallsworth able to come back onto the game now. This is his third game starting for Georgetown, and he has definitely showed some life here for the Georgetown Eagles. We're getting started late this afternoon due to the sub-varsity game moments ago. That one went into overtime, and the sub-varsity Georgetown Eagle team winning that game. So we are set to tip off here in just a few moments. Elgin in their white jerseys, white shorts with purple numbers. Also Elgin written in purple across the front. And there's also Adidas stripes down. Billy Stallsworth and the Georgetown Eagles will start things off here. And we are underway. First period action coming at 7:10 p.m. So just about 10 minutes, 20 minutes or so, just off schedule here tonight. Georgetown with the ball on the left side of the court. The Eagles going from right to left. Adam Bazell on the left wing, over to the left corner, into the hands of Billy Stallsworth. Billy back up top of the key. Caden Eckert. Eckert had a phenomenal game for the Georgetown Eagles against Hutto in that heartbreaking 2-point loss. Eckert back with it over into the hands of Adam Bazell. Now the corner. Stallsworth inside, looking, pass, shot up. That shot no good off the right side of the glass. And just not able to finish there. Preston McKay had a good look, and Elgin wants to run from left to right, quickly back the other way. A foul will go against Georgetown. An early foul for the Eagles. They didn't get in a lot of foul trouble in the game against Hutto, but here tonight, first defensive play, first foul, and it is going to send Ty McFarland, the 5'9" junior guard, at the line, shooting two. Free throw up and good, and Elgin is going to take the early 1-0 lead here. Again, critical game for Georgetown as they try to find some rhythm here in 19-5A. They're 3-6. Second free throw up, that one no good. Stallsworth with the rebound. Georgetown wanting to run here again from right to left. Just underway first period. Elgin already showing press here, and Adam Bazell able to hold on to it. Bazell has it on the Eagles side of the court on the left side. Top of the key, Billy Stallsworth, number 3 out there, has brought a lot of heart to this team in the past 2 games, now third tonight. Garrett with the ball, Caden Eckert looking for a 3, passes up on it, moves the ball around into the hands of Garrett Campbell. Back over to Eckert. Eckert on that left wing, now rotates top of the key to Billy Stallsworth on the right wing. Billy takes a 3, that shot bounces off the back of the rim, no good. Bazell fights for the rebound, the putback good for Georgetown. And the Eagles take a 2-1 lead. As Adam Bazell gets the first points for the Georgetown Eagles. The 6'2" senior for the Eagles, his senior leadership out there, a huge factor for Georgetown as they're going to need Adam and his leadership throughout the remainder of this season. Elgin back with the ball. Georgetown showing a 2-3 zone. 3-point shot rolls in and out, no good for Elgin. Stallsworth with the rebound, and Billy wants to run across that half-court line. Takes a hesitation, the floater, the jumper up, no good. Gets his own rebound, but it's knocked out of bounds. It will go off Elgin. It'll be Georgetown ball. Billy here took a 3 earlier. That one no good. Now a 2-point shot inside, no good. 0-2 is Billy tonight. Georgetown, though, leading here 2-1. 6 minutes to go in the first period. Pass inside. That one goes out of bounds off of Elgin. Trying to feed it into the hands of Preston McKay. Couldn't hold on to it, but luckily the ball possession will remain with Georgetown. Again, on the left side of the court. We're on the visitor side here. Inside to Preston McKay. Turn around off the right side of the glass. That shot can't fall for Preston either. And Preston's going to go 0 for 2. Elgin has the ball, trailing by 1. Driving in baseline. Great defense by Garrett Campbell and company. Elgin inside the paint. Now passes. Corner 3. That shot up, way off. Air ball. And Elgin trying to go for it here, and they're going to call a foul, I believe, against Georgetown. And that's going to go against Preston McKay. So McKay picking up a foul here. Georgetown 2 team fouls now. 5:36 to go, first period. Again, thanks for joining us. 19-5A action here tonight. Georgetown leading 2-1 on the road in Elgin, Texas, as they're looking for a win that they very much need here, and hopefully will be able to get it tonight. So far, looking sharp early. The shooting, though, for Georgetown, they're struggling. Talked to Coach Canfield before the game. Turnovers the issue against Hutto. Billy Stallsworth has it on a strip. It's 1-on-1. Billy a scoop and hoop. That shot up, no good. He got blocked. Billy going 0 for 3 now to start this ball game. And Elgin wanting to run quickly. Baseline, beautiful ball movement. The jumper no good off the right side, but the putback shot good for DeClaven. the Elgin Wildcats, and Georgetown finds themselves in a 1-point deficit, 3-2, 4:57 to go here in the early going, live from Elgin, Texas. Eagles have it. Stallsworth on the left wing. Up top to Garrett Campbell, now over to the right wing. Caden Eckert now into the hands of Luke Stump. Luke back to Caden Eckert. Eckert standing about 5 feet from that right wing, goes up top of the key to Garrett Campbell. Over to the left now, Billy Stallsworth, who struggled shooting early here, but he will come alive at one point. We know that he will. Garrett Campbell, straightaway three. That shot partially blocked, no good. And Georgetown, boy, their shooting has just been dismal here to start things off, as they are struggling from the field goal range. Elgin tried to put up a three-point shot just in front of us. Jermaine Irvin, that shot no good. 4:18 to go here in the first period. Georgetown, three straight away by Caden Eckert. That shot no good, but Adam Bazell able to hold on to the rebound, back into the hands of Billy Stallsworth. The jump step up, and the shot is good, but they're going to say no. Billy traveled. So Caden Eckert trying to get into the action, missing that three-point shot. Georgetown trailing by one, 3-2. 4:05 to go here in the first period. David England on camera number 2 with us down on the court side. Of course, though, audio only right now due to bandwidth limitations here in Elgin, Texas. Hey, we'll still bring you the game one way or another. We'll have that video uploaded later. Elgin finding inside. Garrett Campbell. Wow. Garrett had his feet set, tried to take the charge, but they're going to say no way. The foul will go against Garrett Campbell, and that will be Georgetown's third team foul now. And at the line, shooting two, will be Elgin. DeClaven, don't have his last name, but DeClaven at the line, shooting two, the 6'2" senior guard. His team leading 5-2. And the free throw shot up and good. He made that shot. So they give him the and one, and the score now 6-2. Georgetown finds themselves in a 4-point deficit with 3:42 to go here in the first. Eagles in the backcourt getting pressed. Garrett Campbell trying to get it across that half-court line, and he finds Adam Bazell in the paint, and Bazell turns it over. Elgin wanting to run back the other way, and now Elgin turns it over. Back and forth we go. Stallsworth 1-on-2, left wing. Billy, crossover dribble, now goes in baseline, trying to slice his way inside. Good for Billy, right off the left side of the glass. Billy Stallsworth, after going 0 for 3, finally finds a lane on that left side, getting a 2-point layup off the side. Billy now 1 for 4, 2 points. We talked about it earlier. Georgetown trails by 2, 6-4, here with a few minutes left in the first. Timeout called on the court. We'll keep things right here. Again, thanks for joining us live tonight. Georgetown here in 19-5A action. 3-6 in the season in 19-5A. It's been a rebuilding year. Coach Canfield, his first year here at Georgetown from Lake Travis High School. Putting things together here for the Eagles, and trying to do everything he can to keep the confidence instilled in these young men. We've got faith in them up here on the broadcast. 3:16 to go. Georgetown trailing by 2, 6-4. Elgin with the ball, driving in, left side, wide open. And an easy layup there off the left side of the glass by DeClaven. And it's now a 4-point Elgin lead as Elgin showing pressure again in the backcourt. 8-4 your score. Bazell has it. Triple team now gets it over to Billy Stallsworth into the hands of Eckert. Luke Stump on that right corner. Back into the hands to Billy Stallsworth, top of the key, over to the left wing, Garrett Campbell. Garrett, look for him to have a breakout night here soon. Hopefully that coming tonight. Garrett going in baseline. Splitting two defenders up. The shot no good, but he'll go to the line shooting two. Well, we talked about it moments ago. Garrett needed to have a breakout night for the Eagles, and on that possession there, that's the type of athleticism that we're used to seeing from the 5'10" sophomore. And he'll be rewarded this time. Garrett at the line here shooting two. Right-handed free throw shot on the first one. Bounces off, no good. Garrett tonight 0 for 1 from the field. He put up a 3 earlier. It didn't fall for him. Partially blocked. The defense by Elgin. In my opinion, an underrated defense here in 19-5A. Ball rolls in and out, no good. Bazell trying to save it. It goes out of bounds, and Campbell will go 0 for 2 from the line. It's another thing we talk about, those free throws, all important here in these close matchups. And Elgin back with the ball as they go from left to right. Billy Stallsworth on that right wing, trying to guard up against DeClaven. Finds a man inside off the left side. The shot no good, but at the line shooting two will be Ty McFarland. That'll be the fourth team foul against Georgetown. And unfortunately on the board, and we can't see it here on the visitor side, not sure who that foul was called on, but it is against Georgetown. First free throw off the right hand, up and off the right side of the rim, no good. 2:22 to go in the first period. Elgin leading 8-4 here on their home court. And we're on the visitor side here, actually far over near the corner of the court. So we've got a little crazy angle. I like to stand up and call a lot of these games anyways. Second free throw off the right hand. That one rolls in and out, no good. And Billy Stallsworth with the rebound. 2:20 to go, first period. Georgetown trails by 4, 8-4. This has not been the first period of action that they've wanted to see here. Caden Eckert has yet to really find his rhythm yet. Adam Bazell, turnaround jumper from the free throw line, rolls in and out, no good. And the shooting woes continue for the Eagles. Adam now 1 for 2. He's got 2 points tonight. 2 minutes straight up, and Elgin has the ball from left to right. Guarding up top, Luke Stump. Elgin with the ball at the top of the key. Over to the near side wing, Caden Eckert. The battle of 11 and 21 down there. Off the left side, shot no good. Boy, these officials are just letting them play. No call there, and Bazell loses the ball. Back inside, Elgin thought about a three, spins around. Another three, they're going to call a travel. Took a step there as Elgin had an opportunity. Ty McFarland could have shot that three, and City opted to try to drive in, but didn't put the ball on the court before he took that step. It'll be a turnover, and with 1:35 to go in the first period, Georgetown trailing by 4, 8-4. Garrett Campbell deep all the way down the court into the hands of Stallsworth. Beautiful assist into the hands of Luke Stump. Good for two off the right side of the glass. Give the assist to Billy Stallsworth, and Luke Stump there to clean it up, and it's a 2-point deficit for the Eagles, trailing 8-6, 1:21 to go here in the first period. Elgin back on the right side of the court, working a right-handed dribble, almost turns this one over. Luckily had his defender back there to pick it up with Jermaine Irvin. Top of the key, Elgin with the ball, guarding Billy Stallsworth at the top. Now a blocking foul. No, a charge. Great job by Garrett Campbell. Moments ago, he was called with a blocking foul. This time, his effort paid off. He's called for the charge there for Elgin. Georgetown will have the ball. And, friends, that's something that Garrett Campbell does so well for these Georgetown Eagles, is taking the charge. He's only a sophomore, but a lot of athleticism out there for the Georgetown Eagles. He is quickly becoming a leader on this team at such a young age. 1 minute straight up, Georgetown with the ball, and the Eagles trail by 2, 8-6, as Hunter Krivakucha, who checked in moments ago, and Georgetown turns the ball over. 14 fouls for the Eagles, only 2 team fouls for Elgin, and unfortunately there, after Garrett Campbell taking that charge, and Georgetown they've got to find a way to score points after possession changes to where they've done great plays where Garrett's taking a charge, but then on the offensive end, Georgetown turning the ball right back over. Hutto with the ball, driving in, just alongside the key, spinning around, and they're going to call a travel, and I agree with that one. Tevin Washington there had a lane, but just couldn't hold on to it. And the Eagles will have the ball, so we'll see if they can do something with it here. Trailing by 2, 38.59, 38 seconds and change. And the Eagles quickly getting it onto their side of the court. Caden Eckert, who's been quiet tonight, look for him to wake up, hopefully before too long. Stallsworth on the left wing, three-point shot, good for Billy Stallsworth. Billy with 5 points, he gives his Georgetown Eagle team the 1-point lead, 9-8. Here with 16 seconds to go, the Eagles take the lead, starting to come alive here in the first period. Elgin with the ball, crossover dribble against Billy Stallsworth. Now inside the key, just inside the lane. Stallsworth with the swat. Boy, they are going to call a foul. That was a late whistle. And a foul going to be called. And to be honest, from here, it looked like it was a nice block. You know, you're allowed to touch part of the hand if you're coming up and the ball blocks it after the fact. Unfortunately there, they're going to call the foul, and at the line shooting 2. Ball right in at the bottom of the net. Tie ball game, 9 apiece. So Stallsworth picking up his first foul. Georgetown in a little bit of foul trouble here with 5 team fouls early here in the first, throughout the first period. Early in the game, only 5 seconds left on the clock here. Second free throw for Elgin off the right hand. That one rolls in and out, no good. Tie ball game. 4 seconds on the clock. Stallsworth with it on the near side. Throws it up at the buzzer. That shot off the back of the iron, no good. If he would have just been 6 inches to the right, that one may have fallen. But a great effort there by Billy. Georgetown coming back, trailing by 4 at 1 point. We've now got things tied up 9 apiece. 1 minute to go before we tip things back off here in the second period. Don't go anywhere. Georgetown Eagle basketball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue in a few moments.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit SHNSports.com/VIP. That's SHNSports.com/VIP. Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Second period action back underway here live this evening from Elgin High School. Just under 15 seconds gone here in the second period. Georgetown and Elgin all tied up here in 19-5A district action. 9 apiece, 7:45 to go in the first half. Elgin, corner three, that shot up no good. And the over-the-back bump foul called there against number 25 for Elgin. That will be the third team foul. And that foul is going to go against, and unfortunately we don't have 25 on our roster. It may be Ethan Owens. We don't want to get it wrong. Georgetown trapped in the backcourt, able to work it out. Well, no, they're still behind that backcourt line. 2 guarding Caden Eckert, and he almost turns it over. Great defensive play there by Elgin off the hands of DeClaven. Georgetown will get the ball back, though, on their side of the court as the action goes from right to left. Crossing the half-court line, Caden Eckert all alone back there. On the right wing, Hunter Krivakucha, who checked in earlier in that first period. Eckert has it back on the right wing into the hands of Krivakucha. Hunter can shoot the threes, but he has not put up any here in the last couple of games that he's felt confident with. Bazell trying to go baseline, back into the hands of Caden Eckert. Caden has got to find some rhythm here. They need him to come alive. Stallsworth back over, Campbell, corner three. Campbell off the front, no good. And Campbell here still trying to find his rhythm. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Great ball movement inside, little hop step off the right side, good for Elgin. Beautifully done. And the Wildcats retake the lead here 11-9 with 6:51 to go in the second period. Georgetown quickly back. Stallsworth blocks as he goes up, but he'll be fouled. And Billy will go to the line shooting 2. Billy trying to come all the way over from that left corner as he drove in baseline. Tried to turn around jumper off the right side. Again, blocked, but also fouled as he went up. So he'll be rewarded at the line for his athleticism and efforts here. Billy at the line so far tonight. First free throws off the right hand, good. We'll have first and second period stats at halftime. We'll also break down that first half, so make sure to stick with us. 6:45 to go here in the second period. Billy trying to tie it up, and the ball bounces off, no good. 11-10 your score. Billy 1 for 2 at the line. And Georgetown getting the ball back, though, on their side of the court. After Elgin had it in their hands, they turn it over. Georgetown trailing by 1 with 6:31 to go. Caden Eckert at the E logo, the Elgin logo. At half court, Billy Stallsworth thought about a 3, instead drove in. Jumper from 9. That shot off the front of the iron, no good. And Elgin wanting to run here from left to right. At the elbow, spin move inside the paint, beautifully done, and it rolls it right off the rim. Great shot there by Jermaine Irvin. Gives his team a 3-point extension, 13-10. And a foul called here against Elgin back the other way. That's going to be the 5th team foul now for Elgin. And that foul is going to be on number 12, Elijah Hare. So we do have those players and fouls up there now as they happen. Unfortunately, we don't have totals. We'll try to get those at halftime as well. Georgetown back with the ball, trailing by 3. 5:57 to go. Bazell over to Caden Eckert on the E logo. Garrett Campbell has it on the right wing, guarded by 2. Caden Eckert back. Takes a step, now passes over as Bazell goes baseline, dumps it off to Billy Stallsworth. Stallsworth tried to take it in, now turn around, back over to Bazell, just beyond the 3-point line. Good for for Adam Bazell. That's a two-pointer just in front of that three-point line. And Bazell with 4 points now for the Georgetown Eagles. They trail by one, 13-12. Elgin with it on their side of the court here on the right side. Billy Stallsworth guarding at the top of the key. Player trying to run in on Adam Bazell. That player is DeClaven. Shot up here, three-pointer off the back of the rim, no good. Billy leaping into the air, pulls down the rebound, guarded by two, dumps it off to Garrett Campbell in the backcourt. Campbell double team, but finds Billy Stallsworth in the front court for the Eagles. Little shake and bake rhythm, that shot blocked out of bounds. Billy wanting a foul, but that was a clean block right behind him. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Georgetown Eagle basketball still. Checking in for the first time tonight, number 2, the 5'9" senior Ethan Chaney, as Caden Eckert heads over to the bench. We're still looking for Caden to get fired up tonight. Haven't seen it so far yet. He had a great defensive game against Hutto back on Wednesday. Georgetown 5 minutes straight up, trailing by one. They have the ball. Also, Jonathan Knights checked in, number 33, the 6-foot junior here, alongside Ethan Chaney. Garrett Campbell standing way beyond the three-point top of the key. Dumps it off over to Chaney with 4:44 to go. Here in the second, Georgetown trails by one, 13-12. Billy Stallsworth over to Chaney. Chaney back to Adam Bazell, who had a two-pointer moments ago. Chaney thought about a three, picked it up. Back over to Billy Stallsworth. Stallsworth on the left wing, working a left-handed dribble. Puts up a jumper. That shot way off the mark. Billy cannot find his groove tonight. And Elgin wants to go quickly back the other way. The Wildcats have it on the far side wing, now the far side corner. At the elbow, moves around. Elgin trying to shake in front of Jonathan Knights. Push there, no call. Georgetown has it. Stallsworth spinning around, guarded by one. All alone in the backcourt now alongside Garrett Campbell. Brings it into the front court. Top of the key with a right-handed dribble and a pass over to Chaney. And a whistle here. And they're going to whistle play dead for just a moment as there is some moisture out on the floor just in front of the Elgin Wildcat bench. They're going to go ahead and dry that up. So again, 3:50 to go here in the first half of play. Here in the second, Elgin leading by one, 13-12. Georgetown staying with the Wildcats here in this game. The largest lead by Elgin was 4. Georgetown has led by as many as 1 in this game, I believe maybe 2. Again, 3:50 to go. Ethan Chaney is going to inbound on the Eagle side of the court on the left side. Over to Campbell, back into the hands of Chaney. Now Caden Eckert has it on the far side wing. Guarded up top, Garrett Campbell. Campbell way up top to Chaney. Chaney thought about a three, pulls it down, passes over around the world into the hands of Garrett Campbell, back to Chaney. Chaney, right-handed dribble, picks it up. Campbell inside to Bazell. He's triple teamed. Gets it away over to Jonathan Knights. Knights taking a hop step, now dumps off to Caden Eckert, and Chaney has it over on the wing. Caden Eckert. Great defense again by these Elgin Wildcats. And a jumper by Bazell. Bounces around, no good. Had a good look at it, but could not finish. And Elgin wanting to run here. Elgin from left to right, back on their side of the court. Turnover. Georgetown has it. Chaney up head to Knights. Jonathan Knights picks up his dribble off the right side, loses the ball, but a foul, and Jonathan will go to the line, shooting two. Great effort by Jonathan. It's going to pay off for him. He'll be at the line shooting two, and the Eagles need to hit their free throws. So far tonight, they've put up 4. They're only 1 for 4. Garrett Campbell 0 for 2. Billy Stallsworth 1 for 2 from that free throw line. And Jonathan Knights, they're going to say no, it was not in the act of shooting. They change it. Georgetown inbounds on their side of the court. Garrett Campbell has it on the far side corner. Touch, give and go to Ethan Chaney. Now over to Caden Eckert, turnover. Lazy pass there, and Elgin going to come off the right side. Easy does it. And the easy bake oven is open right now for the Elgin Wildcats as Jermaine Irvin, it's a jumper, a layup off the glass. And the Wildcats now take a 3-point lead, 15-12. Chaney trying to cross over dribble, and foul called here against Georgetown. It's going to go against Jonathan Knights, his first. Georgetown team 6th. And unfortunately, the ball will go right back into the hands of Elgin. And they've got that 3-point lead, 15-12, 2:33 to go here in the first half. Into the backcourt, the Wildcats with the ball. standing near the half-court line. Elgin has it. Over to the far side corner. Trying to work a dribble inside, Willie Johnson. Willie, pass over to Noah Townsend. Back into the hands of DeClaven. Claven has it. Guarded by Billy Stallsworth, and ball movement here. Georgetown trying to show something. They don't want to allow any more points in the paint, but they're being careful of that three-point line. But Elgin hasn't hit a three tonight. Turnaround inside. Elgin now wide open from the wing. That three-point no good either. They can leave that three-point area alone. They've got to work on the glass, and another turnaround layup off the left side of the glass. Good by DeClaven. And it's now the largest lead for the Elgin Wildcats at 17-12. Again, I don't think Georgetown has to worry about the three-point shot tonight. They've got to work in the paint. Stallsworth has it. Splitting two defenders left side. Block. No good. And Caden Eckert trying to clean it up, and Caden Eckert's going to be fouled. Boy, bodies flying all over the place. Jermaine Irvin slid right into him. Billy Stallsworth there has missed all three of his shots here in the second period. He does have 6 points for the Eagles. That will be the 7th team foul, though, for Elgin. So Georgetown now in the bonus at the line on the front end of a 1-and-1. Caden Eckert. Eckert 0 for 1 tonight from field goal land. He's yet to shoot a free throw. We talked about him needing to step up and get involved, and he does on that free throw. Georgetown needed it. Caden Eckert got it for him. 1 for 1 at the line now off the right hand. He'll have an opportunity to shoot one more. It's Neitch, Campbell, Eckert shooting. Billy Stallsworth and Adam Bazell on the court for your Georgetown Eagles. Garrett Campbell standing in the backcourt protecting the rim alongside Ty McFarland. Second free throw good. I'm going to say it again. We talked about Caden needing to wake up tonight. He brings the energy and the enthusiasm to this Georgetown Eagle team, the 5'10" junior. And those 2 free throws helping Georgetown cuts this back to a 3-point deficit. Jump shot by Elgin, way off the mark. Good defense by Georgetown. The Eagles have it. Garrett Campbell trapped in the backcourt, able to pick up his dribble into the hands of Caden Eckert on the far side. Eckert working a crossover dribble on the right wing, now over to the left wing into the hands of Garrett Campbell. Campbell trying to call plays. His sophomore leadership out there simply outstanding for these Georgetown Eagles. The basketball IQ of that young man is amazing. They need it. Stallsworth, corner three, Billy. That one off the top of the rim. They're going to whistle it dead, and it'll go into the possession of Elgin. Unfortunately, Billy, though, showing a lot of effort out there, but the shot's not falling for him tonight. And with 55 seconds to go, Elgin leading 17-14. They have the ball from left to right. Crossing that half-court line is Jermaine Irvin, the 6-foot senior point guard. Guarded up top by Adam Bazell. On the right side, Elgin with the ball in their white jerseys, trimmed in purple. Purple numbers, purple logo across the front. Left side jumper, no good. Trying to fight his way inside, Ty McFarland. Billy Stallsworth wanting to run quickly. Georgetown's got to find a little bit of a rhythm here and kind of carelessly running all over the court. Got to give Billy credit for his aggressiveness out there, but I think maybe a little too much. Georgetown has got to set up some plays and get some shots in the basket here instead of just kind of running crazy. But regardless, it will be a foul against Elgin, and Billy will go to the line on the front end of a 1-and-1. 18 fouls now for Elgin. The second foul is going to be against Jermaine Irvin. Teron Wicks checks in for him, the 5'8" senior guard. Billy, free throw good. He needed it. He got it. Billy now 2 for 3 at the line. He's got 7 points, leading all Georgetown scores. 17-15, Georgetown trails by 2. Second right-handed free throw, bounces off the front of the rim, good. Billy 3 for 4 now, shooting 75% from free throw line. Pulls his team to within 1, 17-16. 22 seconds on the clock. Elgin under 20, spin move, floater. Tried to do a little George Gervin ice move. That one didn't fall. Elgin trying to feed it back inside with 12 seconds on the clock. The Wildcats trying to score. They've got a 1-point lead, trying to extend it here at halftime. Crossover dribble over 2 defenders, slips. No foul call, or no travel called. And the official is now going to whistle and call a foul against Georgetown. It's going to go, I believe, against Adam Bazell. That's the 16th foul, so non-shooting foul. And that is the second foul now for Adam Bazell. Georgetown has 16 fouls. And they will check this one in. Elgin was lining up like they were going to take free throw shots. And quickly, bounce glass, Turner, jumper. Boy, Tim Duncan type move at the buzzer there off the left side of the glass. And 3-point advantage for the Elgin Wildcats. 19-16, your halftime score. Georgetown trails on the road as they try to get a win here in 19-5A to keep their playoff hopes rolling. It's going to be tough, though. They're down 3-6 in 19-5A. They've really got to get a win tonight. We'll come back with halftime stats and more. We've got 9 minutes to go before we tip off the third period. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle basketball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue in a few moments. Well, friends, welcome back here to Elgin High School. I'm Rob Hipp. Thanks for joining us for Georgetown Eagle basketball live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network here in 19-5A action. Let's just be honest, friends, it is really a must-win for Georgetown tonight. They're 3-6 in 19-5A. We've talked about it quite a bit tonight, holding into that number 6 position in district play. We're about a minute 30 before we tip things off in the third period here at halftime. And at Georgetown, we'll quickly go over these first half stats. In that first period, things were all tied up at 9 apiece at the end of one. Georgetown shooting 4 for 11, 36% from the field. They go 0 for 2 from free throw land. So, of course, they're not making any free throws in that first period. However, the second period, you'd think Georgetown hopefully could find some rhythm shooting-wise. Unfortunately, friends, they did not. They go 1 for 7 in that second period, only shooting 14%. From the free throw line, though, things looking decent tonight for the Georgetown Eagles. As I told you earlier, they go 0 for 2. They go 5 for 6 in that second period. That's 83%. If they can keep the free throws alive tonight, that really helped them in that second period as well. So if you put all that together in the first half of play, Georgetown shoots 5 for 18, 28%. They go 5 for 8 from the free throw line, shooting 63%. Leading all scorers for Georgetown, the 6'2" senior, number 3, Billy Stallsworth. He has had a lot of great moves out there tonight. He's put up a lot of shots. Unfortunately, he's only been able to have 2 of them fall into the basket. The rest of his points coming off of those free throws. Adam Bazell with 4 points, Caden Eckert with 2, and Luke Stump with 2. And that'll really make it up, is how we got to the 19-16 Elgin lead. We're going to send it over to box camera here as we are back underway here at Elgin High School. Georgetown will have the ball to start things off here in the third period. The Eagles now moving from left to right. Stallsworth tries to put one in. He's fouled as he goes up, and Billy will go to the line shooting 2. Some great effort there by Billy. We saw it in that first period, and hopefully here in the second half. Free throw is up and no good. Again, 19-16 your score. Billy's got one more here. Second free throw off the front of the rim, no good. He goes 0 for 2. And we talked about it just a few moments ago. Georgetown has got to find a way to keep things rolling, and they can do it at the free throw line, but unfortunately falling for Billy here. And Coach Canfield, I wanted to point out, with about 3.5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes to go before we even got back on the court, he was already huddled up with the team trying to go over a game plan for the second half. Elgin off the right side, shot block goes out of bounds. Great defense by Caden Eckert and company. And Elgin will have the ball back on their own possession, but you got to give Georgetown defense credit. They swatted that one out of here. So Elgin will inbound here under their own side of the rim. At the top of the key, now rolls over to the right wing. The Wildcats with the ball. DeClaven almost losing the ball. Stallsworth fighting for it. DeClaven traveled, no call. 3-point wing, rolls in and out, no good. Georgetown going to run back their way with it here from left to right. Stallsworth with it on the top of the key. Almost gets it stolen, able to hold on to the ball. Caden Eckert, his team trailing by 3 with 7 minutes to go here in the third. Garrett Campbell into the hands of his teammate out there, Preston McKay. Now a straightaway 3 by Caden Eckert, no good. Stallsworth fighting for it. Billy put back, no good. So 2 shots missed there as Caden Eckert tried to put up a 3. That one no good, and Stallsworth still having trouble at that rim tonight, not able to drop that one, and it's still a 3-point Georgetown deficit. Back the other way, Preston McKay got a hand in the face. Great defense, and Georgetown wanting to run. Billy Stallsworth, 1-on-2, splitting defenders right side. The ball won't fall. The second put back, good. No, it's not, but he's fouled. And Billy will go back to the line, shooting 2. So Stallsworth missing that shot. He's 0 for 2 now here in the third. He's went to the free throw line once. He was 0 for 2 moments ago. And Billy will be back at the line here, shooting 2. 6:32 to go here in the third. Georgetown trails 19-16. Billy trying to eat into it. Right-handed free throw, rolls in and good. Well, the Eagles needed it. Stallsworth got that one. Billy will have one more opportunity here. Pulls his team to within 2, trying to make it a 1-point lead. Free throw up and good. Georgetown needed it. Stallsworth answered. And now Elgin will go from right to left. Again, thanks for joining us tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Hipp. For those of you out there on the SHN Sports 24/7 stream, audio only tonight, McKay behind over the back, had a block we thought, but instead they're going to call a foul in the act of shooting. And that will be the third foul now for Preston McKay. Well, again, tonight we are recording video. However, it is not live as we don't have good data here in Elgin, Texas. We will upload the high-definition 2-camera angle video later on tonight when we get back to town. Free throw off the right side of the rim, miss by Montavious. We don't have his last name on the roster. Apologize for that. He's a 6-foot senior, number 22 for the Elgin Wildcats. Montavious, second free throw. Off the right hand. It's up, and it rolls in and out. No good, and Billy there to clean it up. Eagles into the hands of Garrett Campbell. Georgetown coming back their way. Adam Bazell over to Garrett Campbell. Now Stallsworth has it, top of the three. Working a dribble over to Garrett Campbell just in front of us here. We're on the visitor side. Trying to feed inside the meet to Preston McKay. And McKay getting double teamed. Great defense by Elgin. They have not allowed much penetration tonight down in the paint. Stallsworth dumping it back off over to Bazell. Bazell quickly to Garrett Campbell. Campbell trying to split defenders. Campbell swoop and hoop. Assist over to Bazell. It won't fall. Tough break, but Bazell gets it. And Preston McKay from the free throw line darts his way inside. The shot good for Preston McKay. McKay picking up his first 2 points of the game. Adam Bazell had a good look, just couldn't finish. And Georgetown regains the lead 20-19. Here with 5:25 to go. Back the other way, the ball out of bounds off of Billy Stallsworth. It will remain with Elgin. Elgin already on their side of the court. Checking in for the Georgetown Eagles, Jonathan Neitch as Preston McKay heads over to the bench. Georgetown inbounds the ball, and a foul going to be called against Adam Bazell. And that will be Adam's second foul. So Georgetown's got 2 team fouls. That was in the act of shooting, so at the line shooting 2 will be Jermaine Irvin, the 6-foot senior point guard. Right-handed free throw shot up and good. Tie ball game, 20 apiece. Georgetown tied it moments ago. And the second free throw here, up off the right hand and good, and Elgin regains a 1-point lead. 21-20 your score. Third period action, 5:20 to go. Georgetown looking for some life here. They trailed 19-16 at the end of 2. It was tied 9-9 at the end of 1, and almost a turnover. Stallsworth able to hold on to it. Billy slicing his way inside. The shot no good, but Bazell there to get the rebound. Garrett Campbell back over to Billy just in front of us, passing up a 3. Now dumps it off over to Bazell. The jumper up and good for Adam Bazell. So Stallsworth missing the shot, but Adam Bazell stayed after it, and he gets rewarded from a pass from Billy Stallsworth, and Adam Bazell able to clean up, and Georgetown regains the lead. Another lead change, 22-21, 4:44 to go here in the third period. Eagles back on defense. Elgin already under their side of the rim on the left side. Trying to drive into the paint, kicks back over to the inside the lane, and a ball turned over. Neitch coming up with it. Great effort there by Jonathan Goodnight. And Garrett Campbell trapped in the backcourt. It's one-on-one. He should be able to work out of that, and he does as he's working a left-handed dribble. Garrett Campbell splitting through defenders. Stallsworth thought about a 3 on the wing. This time takes a jumper from the right part of the key. That shot no good. Stallsworth fighting for it. Billy has it back. Billy the Kid off the right side of the glass. Good for Billy the Kid. Billy coming alive here for the Eagles in the third period. The effort paying off for Billy, and his team has their largest lead now, 24-21. Elgin back with the ball. Jump shot 3, that one off the front of the iron, no good. And again, I talked about it earlier, Elgin is not hitting from a 3. Georgetown can be lenient out there. Billy again, this time slicing his way, trying to dump it off over to Bazell. Now it's Garrett Campbell, straightaway 3. Rolls in and out, no good. Billy fighting for it, has it back into the hands of Caden Eckert. Adam Bazell has it, great effort out there by Caden. Garrett Campbell working a dribble, now in front of us, Billy Stallsworth, who has been simply phenomenal here in this third period. Looking for his teammate, throws a high one up over to Caden Eckert, almost over his head. Caden able to corral it near the half-court line before it went over. And a timeout here called by Georgetown. Georgetown coming alive here in the third period. The athleticism out there by the team coming together here when they need it in the third, and a timeout called on the court. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Don't go anywhere. Georgetown Eagle basketball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. We'll continue in just a few moments.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP. Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Back in action after the timeout. The Eagles have it on their side of the court here on the right side. We're on the visitor side tonight, right in front of the Georgetown Eagle rim. Again, on the right side, if you look at it from our vantage point. Garrett Campbell and the Eagles have came alive here for Georgetown, giving them a three-point advantage. 24-21, 2:56 to go in the third period. Billy Stallsworth, who has been outstanding, listening to Coach Canfield, as Coach telling him to pass it into the back to Caden Eckert. Back over to Billy Stallsworth. Trying to split a defender, left-handed dribble, turn around into the hands of Jonathan Knights. Jonathan, a little swoop and hoop, good for Jonathan, and he'll go to the line, shooting one. What a play by Jonathan Knights, as he had an opportunity, a fingertip roll, it falls in, and he gets fouled. He'll be at the line here for an and one opportunity. Free throw off the right hand, good. So the end one play good for Jonathan Knights, and the Eagles, their largest lead now at 6. Elgin trying to answer, turnaround spinner, good. Beautiful move down there under the hoop by DeClaven. And with 2:18 to go, Georgetown leading by 3. Remember, they led by as many as 6 a few moments ago. Now Caden Eckert off the right side. That shot no good, bounces around, and Georgetown fighting for it. They have it back in the backcourt. Garrett Campbell working his dribble, left-hand side, into the hands, Caden Eckert, right side, good for Caden Eckert. Caden now with 2 points, and Georgetown back to their largest lead, 29-23. Elgin back with the ball on their side of the court. Trying to work a dribble inside on the left side. Georgetown fighting for it. Eckert coming alive again. His defense paying off. 1-on-2. Eckert splitting defenders right side. Good and one. Caden Eckert going to the line. Georgetown now with their largest lead at 8, 31-23. Eckert at the line. He'll be shooting one, beg your pardon. Free throw off the right hand, up and good. Elgin back with the ball on their side of the court, now on the left side. Shot up, foul, and one. 32-23 your score. Georgetown leading here in the third period, late, 1:16 to go. And an and one opportunity here, trying to cut this to a 6-point deficit. Three-point shot, good for Elgin. 32-29. 3-point deficit for the Wildcats. Georgetown back the other way. Eckert again off the right side. This young man is coming alive big time here for the Eagles. He's got 6 points just in this third period. That's all of his points tonight. 47 seconds to go. And it's 34-29. Georgetown leading. Elgin back on the left side. Losing the ball, but they're going to call a late whistle and a foul. Boy, it looks like he just knocked it off of Jonathan Knights, but they're going to call a foul against Georgetown. And that will be the 4th team foul against the Eagles, first personal for Hunter Krivakucha in the act of shooting. And so at the line, shooting 2 will be Ty McFarland. .33 seconds to go here in the third. First free throw miss. Right-handed second free throw. That one good. 1 for 2 at the line. 4-point Georgetown advantage. 34-30. Eagles with the ball. Checking in moments ago for the first time tonight, Austin Brent. And now a turnover. Steal by Elgin. Georgetown starting to melt here a little bit. Wide open lane. Swoop and hoop no good, but he'll go to the line shooting 2. And a foul called there against Austin Brent. That'll be his first personal. Oh no, they called against Krivakucha. So the second personal for Krivakucha. 5th team foul now for Georgetown. And at the line shooting 2 is Elgin. First free throw good off the fingertips. Number 25, unfortunately we did not get his name at the halftime mark. We couldn't locate it. Austin Brent heads over to the bench, checking back in for him, number 15, the 6'3" senior Preston McKay. 3-point Georgetown advantage. Elgin at the line with another free throw. Right-handed free throw shot up and no good. Hunter Krivakucha with the rebound. 21 seconds on the clock. The Eagles with the ball, trying to avoid another turnover here. 16 on the clock. They're holding on to that 34-31 lead here in the third period. Caden Eckert, who has came alive here in the third for the Eagles. We said he had to wake up, and he did. High post by Bazell. Eckert looking. Krivakucha, 3, wing, 3 up, 3 off the back of the iron, no good. The ball bounces out of bounds, and that'll do it at the end of 3. Your score, Georgetown 34, Elgin 31. Don't go anywhere, folks. Exciting fourth period, final frame action coming up after this.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone. Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and shnsports.com.
Fourth period action underway. Just a few moments into the fourth period. Georgetown leading 34-31. Welcome back to Elgin High School, home of the Wildcats. Georgetown here at 19-5A district action with a 3-point slight edge right now over the hometown Elgin Wildcats. Elgin has the ball on the left side of the court as they just were fouled moments ago by Hunter Krivakucha, picking up his third, but it was not in the act of shooting. Georgetown with 16 fouls. The next foul will put Elgin in the bonus. And the Wildcats trying to get their life back in this game. Georgetown went on a run led by Caden Eckert in that third period. Georgetown led by as many as 7. It's now a 3-point advantage. Elgin with the ball, top of the key. Trying to work a dribble inside to Adam Mazzell. Floater up, no good. The tip, and Georgetown, Hunter Krivakucha with the rebound. Georgetown running from left to right. Elgin showing pressure in the backcourt. Caden Eckert able to bring it into the front court with the left-handed dribble. Now he moves over, top of the key. He's been an instrumental part of this Georgetown lead. Billy Stallsworth, jumper from the elbow. That shot well short. And it goes back into the hands of Elgin. Elgin from right to left. The Wildcats with it. Inside, great defense by Billy Stallsworth. Knocks the ball away, but Elgin able to get it back, and Elgin will reset here. 6:43 to go. The Wildcats trail by 3, 34-31. Hop step inside, floater jumper good off the right side of the glass, and we've got a 1-point Georgetown lead. Elgin clawing their way. The Wildcats pissed enough. They about had it. After a 7-point deficit, the Wildcats back in this one, only trailing by 1, 34-33. 6:22 to go here in the ball game. Georgetown has the ball on the right side. Preston McKay, top of the key, over to Billy Stallsworth on the far side, trying to feed Adam Mazzell in the post. Mazzell trying to work it inside, and he travels. Turnover, Georgetown. We talked to Coach Canfield before the game. Didn't have a chance to interview him on the mic, but one thing he told me is those turnovers were devastating to the Georgetown Eagles versus Hutto at home back on Wednesday. Remember, Georgetown led by 10 with 6 minutes to go. The turnovers, though, hurting Georgetown late in that game. They eventually lost that one by 2. Georgetown leading by 1 here. Hutto, jumper, no good. Billy Stallsworth has the position, and the Eagles want to run from left to right. Billy in the backcourt alongside Garrett Campbell, brings it into the front court, top of the key 3. Still with his dribble, hasn't picked it up, now he does, and Caden Eckert will run over to the half-court line. Eckert working a right-handed dribble, over to Preston McKay, top of the key, into the hands of Billy Stallsworth, trying to feed Adam Mazzell in the post. Mazzell has footing, Mazzell has the basket off the left side. Beautiful shot there, and great footwork by Adam Mazzell, extending the Eagles' lead by 3, 36-33. 5:28 to go. Elgin back with the ball on their side of the court, on the left side. And their white jerseys, white shorts, trimmed in purple with an E purple logo. Preston McKay trying to strip it away. Does a great job on defense. Elgin able to hold on to it. Now the tip by Caden Eckert into the hands of Billy Stallsworth. Turnover, Elgin. Billy trying to save it into the backcourt. Garrett Campbell. Campbell wanting to run on the near side. Adam Mazzell on the wing. Up top, Preston McKay, top of the key 3. Over to the far side wing as Billy Stallsworth dumps it off over to Caden Eckert, standing at that half logo of the E. Inside McKay, Mazzell can't finish. That one got stripped from him. Elgin quickly back the other way, the foul. The shot doesn't drop, but Elgin will go to the line shooting 2. That's DeClaven. He's had a phenomenal game here for the Wildcats. They trail 36-33, 4:44 to go here in the ball game. Georgetown trying to hold on to their lead, but Elgin again trying to claw their way back into this one a little bit. DeClaven at the line again, shooting 2. Shot is up and good. Right side, up, rolls in and out, no good. Billy Stallsworth with the ball. Back into the backcourt, Caden Eckert. 36-34, 2-point Georgetown advantage. And the Eagles have the ball with 4:32 to go here in the final frame. Stallsworth with a left-handed dribble. Trying to drive, now over to Garrett Campbell. Garrett finds the lane, dumps it off. The assist to Adam Mazzell. Mazzell good off the left side of the glass. Mazzell with 4 points now here in the fourth period. He's got 8 total for the Georgetown Eagles, and the Eagles lead by 4. Their largest lead in this ball game was by 7, 38-34. 4 minutes straight up to go. The hometown Elgin Wildcats with the ball here in 19-5A action. 3-point shot, nope, he traveled. We've seen a lot of those tonight. Jermaine Irvin forgetting to put the ball on the court. He thought about a 3 instead, tried to drive inside and dribbled it. They're going to call a travel there. And a timeout on the court. 3:54 to go. Georgetown leads by 4, 38-34. We'll take a break. Georgetown Eagle basketball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue after this.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit SHNSports.com/VIP. That's SHNSports.com/VIP.
Back in action here, 3:50 to go. Georgetown leading 38-34. The Eagles have the ball, and a whistle here called and a timeout by Coach Canfield. We'll take another break. Georgetown Eagle basketball continues in a few moments. After the timeout, back in action, 3:40 to go here in the final frame. Georgetown leading 38-34. Coach Canfield making sure that his team holds on to the ball tonight and tries to keep this one alive for him. Georgetown leading, shot up and in and out of the basket for Billy Stallsworth. Looked like a good three from here. Unfortunately, didn't fall for Billy. And Elgin has the ball back on their side of the court from right to left. 3:20 on the clock. Georgetown 38, Elgin 34. Elgin with the ball, top of the key from the elbow, passes over, jumper just inside the three-point line. That shot no good. Elgin with the rebound, the turnaround floater jumper good. It's to Clavin once again. He is in an outstanding game for his Elgin Wildcats. Pulls his team to within two, 38-36. Garrett Campbell has it. Preston McKay and a kick ball as he was trying to feed it in to Billy Stallsworth. And to Clavin all on that one. Great defense, kicks the ball out of bounds. Possession will remain with Georgetown. Coach Canfield calling loudly out to his team, trying to get them into position. Is his team, the Georgetown Eagles, with a two-point advantage, 38-36. Garrett Campbell, beautiful feed, the turnaround jumper, good by Adam Bazell. And that's the way you come out of a out-of-bounds play there, and a nice inbound as Campbell finding Bazell. Bazell had the footing, and 40-36. Georgetown holding on to that four-point advantage. Elgin back with the ball, 2:38 to go. Floater inside, rolls in and good. The Wildcats have been able to answer every call of Georgetown here in this final frame of play. The Eagles holding steady. Caden Eckert almost losing it in the backcourt. Garrett Campbell able to work out of it. Into the front court, Campbell goes. Stallsworth thought about a three. Splitting defenders, jump up. The shot is blocked. And they're going to say a jump ball. Possession arrow will go to Georgetown. Coach Canfield talking things over with Billy, and Georgetown's got to run some clock here. They've got a two-point advantage, 40-38, 2:17 to go. Another pass inside, beautifully done. Bazell again gets the basket. Adam Bazell coming alive right between the eyes. 42-38 the score. Georgetown leading by 4. Elgin has been able to answer every time. This time a foul on the floor called against Billy Stallsworth. And that will be the 5th. I beg your pardon, that'll be the 8th team foul against Georgetown. Elgin has been in the bonus here for quite some time, but luckily Georgetown not committing a flurry of fouls. Billy tonight with only 2 fouls. He fouled out, remember, against that game Hutto late. First free throw off the right hand on the 1-and-1. No good. Billy leaps into the air, pulls it down. 1:57 to go. Georgetown just needs to slow things down. Georgetown has got to slow things down here as they've got a 4-point advantage, and Coach Canfield and his team huddle up on the sideline. Timeout on the court, under 2 minutes, 1:55 to go. Georgetown 42, Elgin 38, 19. 5A action will continue in a few moments.
Is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.
Back live tonight from Elgin High School. Rob Hipp here, Nathan Hyde on camera 1, David England on camera 2. Of course, audio only live right now. We'll upload the video later. Data connection limited. The big thing here, the synopsis. Under 2 minutes to go, Georgetown with the ball, and they lead 42-38. On the right side, Garrett Campbell into the hands of Preston McKay. And you know, Coach Canfield talking to his team, probably telling them to slow things down. There's no need to rush here. Billy Stallsworth, trapped from behind, gets it over to Garrett Campbell, now into the hands of Caden Eckert. 1:30 to go. Georgetown with a 4-point advantage. Desperately needing a win here in 19-5A. Billy Stallsworth gets knocked to the floor, able to get it over to McKay. Beg your pardon, Preston McKay. Back over to McKay here on the near side. Billy Stallsworth working from the elbow, and now a foul called against Elgin. They're going to call that one on the floor. That'll be the 5th team foul. That foul is going to go against the Wildcats, 15 foul, so Georgetown will have to inbound this ball. 1:17 to go, Eagles 42, Elgin 38. Stallsworth way up high near half court to Ada Bazell, quickly over to Caden Eckert, who has been the energy man for Georgetown here in this ball game. Eckert spinning around, running time wisely. This is something Georgetown needed to do, was run time off the clock. Over to Preston McKay. McKay knocks this one off an Elgin defender, back into his own hands. Stallsworth has it. Back over to Caden Eckert. And a foul called here. Caden Eckert fouled, and that will be the 6th team foul. Georgetown will inbound the ball again. The next foul here by Elgin against Georgetown. Georgetown will be going to the line, but this time not in the act of shooting. And Georgetown will inbound the ball just in front of the Eagles bench, right across from us, across court from us. Again, we're on the visitor side. 56 seconds to go. Georgetown 42, Elgin 38. And a timeout called on the court. We'll take a quick break. Georgetown Eagle basketball continues in a few moments. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Hipp. Georgetown leading 42-38 here in 19-5A Texas high school boys basketball action. Georgetown trying to hold on, desperately looking for a win here in district play. Billy Stallsworth getting the inbound, and Elgin going to commit a foul right away. That's going to send Billy to the line on the front end of a 1-and-1 as Georgetown is now in the bonus, holding on to that 4-point lead, 42-38. Free throws all critical here now for the Georgetown Eagles and Billy Stallsworth. Billy tonight 8 points in that first half. He's got 3 here in the second with 11 points total. And he has been fair from the free throw line. On the front end of the 1-and-1. Free throw shot up and good. Billy, ice cold veins. Billy the Kid. Five for 8 from the line now. Billy extends his team's lead to 3, 43-38. Second free throw, good. 6-point Georgetown advantage. The Eagles needed it. Billy got it for him. Elgin, you better believe they're going to run quick here. And they do, back to their side of the court. Wildcats with the ball. Georgetown cannot commit a foul, and they do. Boy, that is a ticky-tack foul there. Jonathan Knights tried to pull away from the defender. They still called him for the foul and won. And Jonathan looking over to Coach Canfield, kind of putting his hands up in the air like, I didn't do anything. And I'll be honest, I've got to agree with Jonathan as he moved away from the defender, trying to let him go to the basket. And the official going to call Jonathan Knights with a little tic-tac foul. And an and-one opportunity. The ball rolls in and out. No good. The ball don't lie. Georgetown has it. 40 seconds to go. 4-point lead. Stallsworth trapped in the backcourt. Getting it into the front court. Over to Jonathan Knights. And timeout called. Was that a timeout? No, it was a foul called against Elgin. And that was a clear path foul. So a clear path foul will put Georgetown with 2 shots, and they'll get the ball back. Billy Stallsworth all alone at the line. First free throw off the right hand, rolls in and out. .34 seconds to go. Georgetown 44, Elgin 40. Second free throw off the back, no good for Billy. Goes 2 for 4 now here in the fourth period. But Georgetown will get the ball back, but a timeout called on the field, this time by Elgin on their side. Elgin head coach John Morton calling the timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. 34 seconds to go. Georgetown 4-point lead. They'll have the ball when we come back.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and shnsports.com.
Georgetown will inbound the ball with 34 seconds to go and a 4-point lead on their side of the court. Garrett Campbell throws it off of an Elgin defender. And again, the basketball IQ of Garrett is just unbelievable. Threw it right off of an Elgin defender instead of having to waste a timeout. Now he goes in the backcourt to Caden Eckert. Eckert, boy, a hard foul there on Eckert. And Caden will go to the line. Now 9 team fouls, so Georgetown still on the front end of a 1-and-1. Eckert at the line here. Again on a 1-and-1, Georgetown in the single bonus. Caden tonight 3 for 3 from free throw land. He's had 3 points or 2 points there in the first half. Got 9 points total now as he came alive in that third period for Georgetown. Quieted down here in the fourth. He'll be at the line here in the front end of the 1-and-1. Right-handed free throw shot up and no good. So Caden not able to hit. Billy Stallsworth missing 3 while ago, or 2 free throws. They're on a clear path and a timeout called on the court. We'll keep things right here. It is a full timeout. So actually with the full timeout, we will step aside, take a break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Exciting finish to this one. Georgetown leading on the road 44-40. They desperately are looking for a win. We'll be back here in just a few moments. 30.9 seconds on the clock. Elgin has the ball deep in the Georgetown side. They're going to have to bring it into their own front court, trailing by 4, 44-30. Wildcats with the ball. They have not hit a three tonight as far as I believe. They have been ice cold from that three-point line. Now would not be a good time for them to start hitting. Elgin finding room in the paint, and now a double dribble called, turnover. Georgetown will have the ball with 16 seconds to go and a 4-point lead. If Georgetown can hold on to the victory, we will have our SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle Player of the Game. Will be named Caden Eckert. Again, we talk to Georgetown players after every victory. We do sometimes in some of the losses, but more so in the victories. As a lot of times, the kids just want to get off the court, understandably. But here in this one, 16 seconds to go. Adam Mazzell has it into the hands of Hunter Krivakucha. Right side, Krivo is fouled. He'll go to the line, shooting two. Boy, Hunter with a vengeance off the right side of the glass, and he was slammed into the Elgin Wildcat mat. But he'll go to the line here, shooting two, and his team leading by 4 with 12 seconds to go. 12.37 on the clock. Krivo, right-handed free throw up and bounces off. On the court for Georgetown, it's Garrett Campbell, Adam Bazell, Caden Eckert, Billy Stallsworth, and at the line, Hunter Krivakucha. None of the Eagles down there under the rim. They're protecting the back rim with 12.37 to go. Krivo, right-handed free throw shot up and good. Big free throw there for Hunter Krivakucha. And Elgin back the other way, 45-40. Elgin going to turn the ball. No, they're able to hold on to it. Wing three off the back of the iron, no good. Georgetown is going to get a victory here tonight, 45-40. Georgetown getting the victory here in 19-5A, a much-needed win. The Eagles do what they have to and keep things alive here in their 19-5A postseason hopes. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll have post-game interview and more in just a few moments. Our Georgetown Eagle Player of the Game will be Caden Eckert. We'll be right back. We will head down now to courtside and get that interview with Georgetown Player of the Game, Caden Eckert. Hey, Caden. Hey, can I get you for an interview, bro?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, man. Good game. Awesome. I'm just tattling up your points here tonight, man. Get 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 tonight.
Thank you.
Well, Rob Hibb down here on the court at Elgin High School. Caden, a great win tonight for you guys, a 5-point win. Unlike the other two games that have been close, those two games versus Hutto tonight, you guys held on to the ball in the final moments, able to come out of here with a victory tonight in 19-5A. Keep your playoff hopes alive. What is it like to come in here and play a very good Elgin team on the road? What was the victory like tonight?
It was awesome. We just got to keep playing as a team, make sure we run our offenses, and do what our coaches tell us.
Caden, tonight 9 points. I want to talk quickly. This win, a phenomenal, but last night a tough loss versus Hutto. You guys have fell to them twice by basically 1 and 2 points, so a total of 3 points. Your effort last night, simply phenomenal. While I was calling this game, I said Caden has got to come alive tonight and bring the energy. Caden, you are a junior, correct?
Yes, sir.
And what's it like being out here as a junior and bringing that energy? You came alive in that third period for your team. What is that energy like that you're required to bring?
It's great. I'm just always trying to go all out for my team, and I go 110% all the time.
Caden, really quickly, talk about what this season has meant. Also with the addition now of Billy Stallsworth bringing some energy to the team. Tell us about what this season has been like so far.
Well, it's been a struggle. We struggled early, but we're going to come back and we're going to make playoffs. I believe in that.
Awesome, man. Well, looking forward to the games coming up. Your coach over there, assistant coach, giving you a pat on the back.
Yes,
hey, the best part of the interviews, man. Anybody you want to send a shout out to, some love tonight? Don't worry, the ball will be protected. See, this man is all over the place. Man, come on, dude. We're not even in the game, and he's over here protecting, man. Well, hey, the best part of the interview. Who do you want to send a shout out to? The camera's live on you right now. Who do you want to send a shout out to? Some love tonight, man.
My Lord and Savior, always looking out for us.
Awesome, man. Well, amen to that, brother. Anybody else?
No, that's it. My dad, I guess. Yeah.
There we go, man. Awesome. Well, once again, your SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle Player of the Game, Caden Eckert, 9 points tonight. Great effort, young man. Looking forward to the game coming up back on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Caden. Well, again, a great game tonight. We're going to quickly total up some stats and more. We'll take a quick break. Georgetown Eagle basketball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. We'll continue in a few moments. Welcome back here to Elgin, Texas. Post-game discussion wrap-up here for the Georgetown Eagles. A much-needed victory here in 19-5A as your Georgetown Eagles improve to 4-6 now here in district play. And as I stated earlier, Georgetown needed the win. They got it tonight, and it keeps their playoff hopes alive. Theoretically, they could have lost tonight and still had a chance. But, of course, with every loss here in 19-5A, your top three teams have just been phenomenal this year. Rouse, Cedar Park, and other teams really commanding here. Hutto doing a great job as well. But Georgetown, even at 4-6, still in the hunt here. Games coming up. We'll talk about those in a few minutes. Let's break this one down quickly. In that first half of play, Georgetown 5 of 8, only shooting 28%. They're also 5 of 18, 28%. They go 5 or 8 from the free throw line, shooting 63%. The second half, a turnaround for the Eagles. Again, remember, after one, the Eagles led 9 or 8. Eagles and Elgin tied at 9 apiece. And in the second half, or second period rather, Elgin with a 3-point advantage at halftime, 16-19. But in that second half, let's move on and talk about the second half. That's when things really came alive for Georgetown tonight. 12 of 21 shooting. They shoot 57% in that second half, 6 for 12 from free throw land, shooting 50%. In that third period, Georgetown 8 of 14, shooting 57%. They were 3 for 5 from the line, shooting 60%. And then in the fourth period, Georgetown goes 4 for 7, 57%. They go 3 for 7 from that free throw line. Wanted to mention out those 4 points coming, or those 4 baskets totaling 8 points off the fingertips of Adam Bazell. I know that we named Caden Eckert our Georgetown Eagle player of the game just from his effort on both sides of the court. But if we look at it, and we'll talk about it here in just a few moments, final tonight as far as stats go, shooting stats, 17 of 39. Georgetown shooting a decent 44% from the field. They go 11 for 20, so still some work at that free throw line that they've got to work on. But they shoot 55%. Luckily tonight they were able to hold on, unlike the other 2 games versus Hutto, when that was only, you combine those 2 games, only a loss by 3 points. Georgetown could easily be above the 500 mark here in 19-5A. Well, again, your scores tonight, leading all scores, the 6'2" senior, number 5, Adam Bazell, totaled 16 tonight. And right behind him, number 3, Billy Stallsworth. Billy had a phenomenal game for the Georgetown Eagles as well, as he helped bring his energy and lead his team here to the victory tonight. 9 points total for Caden Eckert, Luke Stump with 2, Jonathan Neitch finishing up with 1. I beg your pardon, actually 3 tonight. He had some points there in the third period. Hunter Krivakucha coming off, he had 1 for 2 from free throw land. He had 1 point. And so Georgetown, we talk about it. Their playoff hope still alive here, very much so. They've got to continue finding their winning ways. Georgetown, their next game is going to be at home on the 23rd versus Bastrop. And Georgetown beat Bastrop earlier in the season. So hopefully Georgetown looking to continue their winning streak here and keep things rocking and rolling. And then we talk about the rest of the schedule in 19-5A. It's the doubleheader at Eastview. We say doubleheader because that game is going to be on a Friday at home, I believe, versus Eastview. It'll be the boys at 6, the girls at 7:30, and then it's Rouse and Cedar Park. So you've got a team that, no disrespect to Eastview, but a team that Georgetown should beat coming up here after Bastrop. So 2 in a row that Georgetown should get the wins, and then it's going to be a little bump in the road versus Rouse and Cedar Park, and then Georgetown should have some life. Again, no disrespect to these teams when I'm calling them, but Cedar Creek, Georgetown should get the victory against them, and then it may come down to a matchup versus Connolly at the end of the season to see if Georgetown could get into the playoffs. And that would be exciting. It would be exciting if we could capture before then. But keep up with us on SHN Sports on Twitter for that information. For Elgin, they lose tonight, but a great effort by the Wildcats. They fall back to an even 500 now. They are 9-9 overall, but 5-5 in 19-5A play. Great effort tonight by the Elgin Wildcats. I had a chance to talk not the basketball coach, but the football coach here, Coach Moore, who used to be at Georgetown. Had a chance to talk to him and his son Travis, who I went to school with. Always a true blessing and honor to be here in Elgin. Such fine people, and we appreciate their hospitality tonight. Elgin, their next home game, or their next game is actually going to be at home versus Connolly. That one, if you look back, Elgin fell to Connolly back on December the 12th, 66-29 at home. Well, friends, looking forward to the next broadcast. That one, again, coming up, it will be at home at Eagle Gymnasium on January the 23rd versus Bastrop. Make sure that you get out there. I know that you can watch. Tonight you couldn't watch it live, but you could hear the audio. We will have the video up in a few hours once we get home and take care of business. But again, we want you to come out to the gymnasium and support these kiddos. For everyone on our SHN crews, of course, I'm Rob Hipp. For Nathan Height, doing a great job tonight. David England behind the camera as well. We appreciate you. Remember, friends, as I always like to say, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you tonight, friends. Again, thanks for joining us. This has been another edition of Georgetown Eagle Basketball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Once again, your happy final score here, 19-5A action. The Georgetown Eagles defeat the hometown Elgin Wildcats 45-40. We'll catch up with you next time. Have a great, wonderful, blessed weekend, everyone. God bless you, and thanks for watching.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.